At exactly 3 in the morning, a call flashed on the 911 center screen. Beep, beep, a faint echo filled the room. Emily Harper had just put the headphones on when a broken, worn-out voice emerged from the other end. "He's coming. Please, don't be late this time." Emily wanted to speak immediately, but the line had been cut. She took a deep breath and opened the call log. Her hands went cold as she saw the number. This was the number that had been calling every day at exactly the same time for the past several days. The problem wasn't the call coming. The problem was that this number was in the name of a woman who had died 20 years ago. The 911 center was the busiest emergency center in Chicago. Screams, cries, news of death were common here, but these calls were something else. There was no noise, no background noise, just a subdued terror, as if someone was speaking from far away. Emily had ignored it the first day, thinking it was a system glitch. The second day, she thought the same thing. But when on the 7th day, the same voice came from the same number, at the same time, her heart beat faster. 911 emergency, where are you? "He will find me again, ma'am. Tell me your name. Tell me your location. I am dead." But he doesn't believe it. Emily immediately recorded the call, called the supervisor, and got the full details of the number. The name appeared in the database, Margaret Collins. Age at the time of death, 42 years. Death year 2005. Cause unknown. Case closed. Emily's eyes were fixed on the screen. A 20-year-old case, and today a call to 911? She called for a Margaret Collins file. Margaret was a school teacher living alone. Her husband had left her years ago. No children. According to the police report, she was found dead in her apartment one night. No marks on the body, no wounds, just eyes wide with fear. At the end of the file was a line that took Emily's breath away. Victim reported repeated disturbing phone calls days before death. That night, at exactly 3 o'clock, the phone rang again. 911, emergency Emily. Emily's heart jumped in her chest. "You promised. How do you know my name?" A few moments of silence. Then came the whisper, "Because you're the only one listening." The call was cut off. That night, Emily couldn't sleep. She listened to the recording over and over again. Each time the voice seemed closer, as if it were not inside the phone, but in the room. Finally, she decided that she would go to Margaret's last address herself. The next evening, she stood in front of an old building. The walls were damp, the stairs creaked. An old nameplate was still on the door of apartment number 307, Margaret Collins. Emily opened the door. Inside, the air smelled of decay and silence. In a corner of the bedroom, an old landline phone stood. The same model that was making calls. But the phone cord had been cut. It wasn't even plugged into the wall. Suddenly, the phone rang. Emily stepped back. The phone screen said, 911 outgoing call. The phone itself was calling the emergency line. She picked up the receiver with trembling hands. "Now you believe I found him here too?" Emily's voice trembled. At that moment, the closet door opened loudly. Inside, on the wall, was written with nails, "He never left." Emily understood everything. Margaret did not die in an accident. She was running away from something, from some entity. And even after death, that thing was not leaving her. Now, she was calling 911 ... Not for help, but to show someone the truth. The next night, Emily was alone on duty. The room was silent. The clock struck 3. The phone rang. "Emily, now he is after you." At that moment, another call flashed on the computer screen in front of her. The caller ID read Emily Harper. Emily screamed. She looked back. The room was empty, but the phone line was open and someone was breathing on the other end. The next morning, Emily Harper was found dead at her desk. Eyes wide open, fear on her face. The report read, cardiac arrest. The case was closed. But even today in the 911 center, every day at exactly 3 o'clock, the same number calls. And the voice says, "He's coming." If you like this story, subscribe to Cursed Narratives now, like the video, and tell us in the comments if you would have picked up such a call. We'll be back soon with another scary story.